Thank you for watching my revision of my American history notes, where I'm looking into things that I want to dig into deeper, maybe change some things, maybe even delete some things. But let's pick it up where I left off last time. So after the Great Revival of 1800, there was a growing need for more preachers, which the strict Calvinist churches found it hard to provide. Many of the more emotional and expressive denominations began to grow rapidly. Some of these, including some Baptists, did not even see the need for a creed or a confession. Barton Stone was one of those who insisted that no creed was necessary. This became the anti confession movement. The first of Barton Stone's churches, founded after the Cane Ridge Revival, was called simply the Christian Church. In 1809, Alexander Campbell came with his father Thomas from Scotland, both ordained Presbyterians. In 1812, Campbell the Younger became a Baptist, becoming a preacher in the Redstone Baptist Association of Pennsylvania. He was asked to defend the Philadelphia Confession in writing, which he did while Barton Stone was pleading against any such confession. Then in 1820, the Presbyterians and separate Baptists of Meigs County, Ohio, combined to form the Christian Union, casting off the name of Baptist and Presbyterian to form their new denomination. At the same time, Alexander Campbell was debating the traditional Baptist faith. Then the anti-mission movement began when, after over a century of missionaries going into Indian territory without financial support, there came a sudden call for raising money for missions, which disturbed the older generation. John Taylor was one of the preachers who spoke against the efforts of men like Luther Rice and Samuel Mills to raise money for missions. In the beginning, the anti-mission movement was not about being against missionary activity, but about fundraising tactics. It finally degenerated into an argument about whether Bible societies, benevolent societies, or mission agencies should even exist. Some anti mission churches became hyper Calvinist, rejecting all human effort to win souls. Some associations pulled away from traditional Baptist thought, like the Chemung Association of New York, or Chemung, Chemung, in Pennsylvania, and the Baltimore Association. On the other hand, Alexander Campbell was becoming convinced by Barton Stone that it was baptism, not only faith in Christ, that washed away sins, and he became a celebrity preaching to huge crowds. He decided to go against the Philadelphia Confession of Faith that he had argued for so successfully in the past. In 1823, he began the newspaper, The Christian Baptist. Later, Campbell's followers would go on to form the Church of Christ, one of the important denominations of today. Some refer to Campbell's later followers as Campbellites in a disparaging fashion. Now, I want to talk about some words now. The Dutch, who gave us the word cookies back in 1703, also are responsible for the pastry term crullers, which was first penned in English in Washington Irving's Legend of Sleepy Hollow in 1818, as far as we know. Shanty, for a hovel or shack that poor people lived in, came into our language in 1820. In 1821, the term cure-all for phony medicines that plagued the country, often doing more harm than good, entered the popular language. In 1822, a story about a white man masquerading as an Indian entered the word paleface into the vocabulary. But James Fenimore Cooper, in his The Last of the Mohicans in 1826, made it a household word. In 1823, Yale College's magazine, The Crayon, told us that people could flunk out, which later came to be just flunk. The southern phrase y'all is first mentioned in 1824. The words blizzard and pothole came into use in the mid 1820s. So next, I'm going to talk about John Quincy Adams. I thank you for watching. Please click like and let me know what you think if you have any questions or comments. Thank you.